Look, I've seen buyers lose their dream home and others walk into a home they never thought that they could afford. All because of a single choice, which down payment assistance program they used. Wait, did I just walk into the wrong office? And just like that, this video breaks down the foremost talked about assistance programs here in California, ranked from worst to best. Number one loan program, it could forgive your loan. They accept non-occupant co-borrowers and it could change your life. Now, most down payment assistance videos just throw out percentages and acronyms, not here. This is the real world breakdown. Numbers, yes, but also the stories I've seen behind those numbers. The mistakes, the wins, and the life-changing differences the right choice can make. Let's start at the bottom and climb our way to the one that can actually build wealth. NACA, the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. Let's start with the one that looks perfect on paper and often falls apart in real life. I really tried my best to find some sort of dirt and get down to the real numbers. Like show me the loan estimate or a closing disclosure, because that's really the only way you get to see the actual costs of a loan. Besides it sounding too good to be true, I did get in touch with a mortgage counselor who's been with NACA for a while and she answered almost every question. But for now, let's take the word for it. NACA offers a true down payment program offered by Bank of America in which they specifically target low to moderate income individuals and families aiming to become homeowners. Their program is designed to assist buyers in low to moderate income areas. They do advertise no closing costs, although I'd still be curious to see a loan estimate or a closing disclosure just to make sure everything looks good. Now, one of the best things with this program is that there's no mortgage insurance, which helps you save thousands and hundreds monthly. Now, when it comes to the interest rates, typically they're very high when it comes to down payment assistance program, but in this case, they give you a 1% lower than the current market rate. But here's the hard truth. There's over 50 complaints on the Better Business Bureau that tell the horror stories that you're not going to hear online. They talk about deals falling through and people losing their earnest money deposits, in some cases thousands of dollars, simply because the process was too slow. So the main benefit, massive savings if it works. They also advertise a no credit score requirement. Although they do check your credit history, which isn't that what a credit score is comprised of? Alright, so besides the negative reviews, you do have to occupy the home as a primary residence, and they don't accept co-signers that aren't going to be living there, and you do have to be a first-time home buyer. Now, CalHFA is the program that I call safe but stingy. You can get up to 3.5% in assistance, and there are no payments required until you sell or refinance the home. Now, the down payment amount does have a 1% simple interest rate, but it is a lot better than the other programs we'll be talking about, and especially since there's no required monthly payment. Now, for this down payment assistance, there is no forgiveness, unlike the NACA program where it is forgiven. Also, with this program, there's not much flexibility since they don't allow co-signers or non-occupant co-borrowers. And all home buyers on the loan have to be a first-time home buyer as well. Now, when it comes to the max income limit that you can make in order to qualify, this one is pretty high. Specifically for Orange County, it's about $253,000 as a household. Now, the cons with this one is you still have to pay mortgage insurance, unlike NACA, which is a point for them, and the minimum credit score is 640. Now, let's talk about the local underdog that's actually a heavyweight when it comes to savings. Now, if you and your partner make around $120,000 a year, this program can help you buy a $770,000 home. Now, how can they do this? By giving you up to $80,000 towards your down payment with 0% interest. No monthly payments and no interest piling up. This is probably going to be a con, but hear me out. You do still have to bring 3% down. Now, if you can qualify for this, that means you're coming in with $100,000 in buying power. And that can save you up to $500 a month in monthly mortgage costs. That's more than $6,000 a year in savings and over $190,000 over the life of the loan. But the catch, it's only for homes in Santa Ana. And there are pretty strict income limits. For example, for a household of two, it would be $123,000 or so. Now, another big pro with this is that there is no monthly payment required to pay this back. You only pay it when you sell or when you refinance. Now, the minimum credit score for this loan varies lender to lender, but it's typically in most cases about $640. Now with this program, you also can't have non-occupant co-borrowers. Everyone has to live in the home as a primary residence, and there is still mortgage insurance required. Unless you get up to that 20% minimum down payment where lenders don't require mortgage insurance, and this program definitely can help you get to that. All right, lastly, this is the most flexible and forgiving loan program available. One family that I worked with thought that they were out of options. They made too much for CalHFA and they didn't qualify. With this one, there is no income limit. Now, one of the best things about this program is that they have a forgivable option for those that make under 135% of the area median income. Now, when it comes to the forgivable option, it does vary lender to lender depending on whether or not they have it. But they will have the second option, which is the repayable option that you'll be paying for 10 years, and the interest rate for that will be the same as your first mortgage. Now, why this is my personal favorite and why it's at number one is because they allow for non-occupant co-borrowers, that be it family or relatives. And when it comes to that area median income, their income doesn't count against you. And you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to qualify. Now, like every program we went over, this one still has cons. If you're over the area median income limit, which is the 135%, the second loan will carry a higher rate of 2% over your first mortgage. So if you get approved for a home loan at 30-year fixed interest for 6%, then the down payment loan will be for 8% over 10 years. The minimum credit score for this one is going to be 600. And of course, mortgage insurance is still required if you're putting less than 20% down. All right, if you're serious about buying and you need clarity and not confusion, I run these numbers every day and I can help you figure out which option actually works for you. Book a call in the link below so we can go over the program that best fits your needs. Feel free to comment and let me know, did I miss anything, and which one do you think was the worst? Which one do you think was the best?